Yo, what's up? I'm back, guys. I'm about to talk about AEW Dynamite for July 10th, 2024. I guess I'm going to go through it a little bit, tell y'all what I think, and let's continue to talk about what other fans do and think. Another thing I'm really tired of in this whole community is it seems like it is a whole party group when it comes to just bashing AEW. Like I swear, like it's so just crazy to me because I seen the flip when it happened. It's just so crazy to me how the same people who was all up AEW's butt are now the same ones dancing on them, and just kicking them while they down. It's like y'all just want to do what you think is cool and popular to fit into some type of audience or some group instead of pointing out what actually be going on with the actual shows. Dynamite was actually pretty decent last Wednesday. It was not bad. It was not bad. If it was bad or boring, I would say it. But it's like, come on now. Come on now. It's like even when I look at people certain, channels on here and I go through all their videos and it just be mind blowing to me how the ones trashing on AEW and the ones constantly talking about how their viewership is doing be the ones that get the most views. Like what the hell? Oh, hey guys, let's talk about AEW views sucking every week, and trashing the same people every week and not really going into detail or about much of anything. That's another thing. These people do not go into much detail or be pointing out all the things. But let's get into it. Let's get into it. I don't know if y'all show the other things that happened because it was some other sad stuff, little sad things that happened, but let's see, what was the first match, right? We had Bryan Danielson versus Adam Page with Jeff Jarrett as the special guest enforcer, which again, that don't make no damn sense to me. I don't know even when I was watching the match, I couldn't really figure out what he was doing. He seemed out of place as hell. Is it just me? Let me know. Jeff Jarrett seemed kind of out of place. And I'm kind of disappointed because I do feel like he could have won. Now, I don't know if he won last year or before. Because if he did, then maybe that's why they ain't let him win. Because he probably won it already. But I don't know. If he didn't, then it's like, why not let Owen Hart's homeboy win? Nah, we'll have Adam Page beat him just so he can go fight Bryan Danielson and lose. And when I was watching this match, I had a slight, like, I was kind of leaning towards Hangman because of what they did. But then I was like, man, Hangman is in the middle of a storyline with the Elite right now. So I'm like, you know what? It's probably a good chance he's going to lose because he can just go right to the storyline. And sure enough, that's what happened. He lost. And then later on in the show, he goes right to the storyline. He goes right to the Elite and be like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then walk off. I don't know what this new. It's like they don't know what to do with Hangman on the page. Like, I don't like these weak little. It's like AJ Styles did the same shit. Like, you're still the same person. Now you're just acting dark. That's not special. You know, I guess the right person won. What do I think about this match? The match was actually pretty decent and good though. It wasn't bad, man. That's why I got to give AEW credit. Like they'll put little matches like this together where you might not exactly know who will win. Hangman is obviously getting pushed. Bryan Danielson is obviously getting pushed. So it does kind of add something. Then the match was kind of long, but it was a tournament. It was a finals tournament. I think that's what makes AEW. That's one of the main things what makes AEW. Like, y'all keep trashing on AEW, but I keep telling y'all, if AEW is gone, y'all gonna wish that shit ain't never happened. I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all keep thinking it's okay. It's not gonna be okay because then they gonna have full power and full control in WWE, and it'll be right back to how it used to again. But it'll be worse this time around. It won't be like in the 2010s and stuff. No, it's not gonna be nothing like that. Trust me. You know, it, give credit where credit is due. This was actually a decent match. It actually was. It had me at least looking to see who gonna win. Even though it pissed me off though, because as soon as I walked out the room to do, because it was a lot of 2 count spots. And then as soon as I walked out the room, that's when he won. I was pissed off. Like, I'm sitting here been waiting and waiting for the match to get over. As soon as I walk out the room, man. Oh gosh. Right. It started with this, but didn't it start with Will Ospreay though? Right. I think the show actually started with Will Ospreay coming at MJF, and MJF wasn't even there. So I mean, it was okay, but it just wasn't good because MJF wasn't there. He was backstage. Um, then we had Chris Jericho versus Samoa Joe. This was the best match of the night to me. This was the best match of the night. This match actually turned out to be pretty good. And here's another thing that I wish WWE would do more, because it's like AEW, man, I swear it's like watching the video game. Like the moves just be more fluent like the video game. Like WWE can put on some good matches here and there, but it's like they don't put that, they put more work in it, like I said, making people look a certain way than just wrestling and just fighting. And that's what made this match so good. Man, these dudes just threw down, and that's what I like to see. These dudes just got the fighting going ham, man, using weapons, using horseshoes, messing each other up, man. Then they went outside the ring, and it just got even crazier. Even the way this match ended was crazy. I'm like, how could y'all not like matches like this? People been trashing on Jericho because of his whole learning tree shit, but this shit been actually getting my attention. Even when he do the segments, it's like, okay, what goofy, crazy stuff gonna happen now? He's clearly like trolling. I mean, just look at this picture. Look at this picture of Chris Jericho. The man is clearly just having fun at this time and point of his career, and trolling us and doing a good job at it and actually getting our attention. Them putting them with them other two dudes helped. It helped because they've been bouncing Jericho around from faction to faction for I don't know how long, but this one actually fits to me. And the way the match ended was just so ridiculous. Not in a bad way, but they're just sitting there brawling. Then all of a sudden, what's that dude named Big Bill? The big dude, he come out the bathroom just out of nowhere and just gets the whooping Samoa Joe's ass with Jericho. He just literally comes out the bathroom. And then here come the other third dude running, literally running out of nowhere. He comes running in. Now they're both just beating the shit, all three of them. Beating the shit out of Joe, man. Like that was an ass whooping. Then they threw him on the crane, the forklift, and then Chris Jericho ran him through the wall with the forklift. Man, if that wasn't good, I don't know what good is. That was good. Shit, that was better than the main event in our last pay-per-view. Pay-per-view and Money in the Bank didn't have nothing on this. Didn't have nothing on this. So I give these dudes credit for that match. Let's see what they rated it. I'm on the Bleacher Report. What? They gonna give this a C. This was more like at least a B. At least a B. Well, they gave it a C plus, so close to a B. Then we had Claudio Castagnoli versus Kyle Fletcher versus Pac versus Tomohiro Ishii. This match was kind of good too. Like a lot of Claudio's matches do kind of go the same way, but I like this match. This match was cool because the Japanese dude Tomohiro Ishii actually stood a good threat to Claudio, which was interesting because you know Claudio, he's a big strong dude, and this Toma, that guy, like he wasn't as big and strong looking at him, but he was still like really tough and like holding himself pretty well against Claudio, even though this was a fatal four-way, right? But the main focus was on them two. Pac was doing pretty good. I think Pac is underrated. I don't know if it's his attire, the way he looked, but Pac is actually pretty good and pretty athletic. You know, I think he's kind of underrated right now. And then I felt like Kyle Fletcher was just there just to be there. I felt like he was just there just to be there. Like that's why he ended up tapping out at the end, you know. But this was like, again, matches like this is what makes WWE boring. Yeah, right. Like when you see a match and it actually got all these good spots and moves and everything kind of flows a little bit. Like I said, it's like watching a video game. You know how the video games be. They be fast paced. Moves just be hitting. People be doing good stuff, crazy stuff, and they put work into that. Yeah, AEW don't got the best storylines. We already know that. But at least the matches is something different. What they give this one? So they gave this one a B plus. This wasn't bad. I think honestly, I think the Jericho match was better, but B plus is okay to me. Then we had Willow Nightingale versus Mariah May. Now, this match I was interested in because it's like, shit, man, this is the queen. I was finna say Queen of the Ring. This is the Owen Hart tournament. And Willow won last year, and Mariah May is pretty new. So it had me like, who's going to win this one, And honestly, I think Willow has done way better than when she first started. And I really like the stuff that they've been giving her. They even had her come out wearing On Heart's attire, but even though she lost. But I felt like that was cool, have her come out with the attire and all of that. It's mad. It's kind of bogus how Willow gets a lot of hate. It's like every time I hear people talk about Willow, all they say is she fat. She's not even fat. But that's all they say about her. They don't say nothing else about what she actually do. Like, that she been getting a good, decent push lately, right? 'Cause Willow this year is doing way better than Willow last year. They actually had her beat Chris Statlander after Chris Statlander turned on her. But let's see what happened with Mariah May and Toni Storm. Let's see if they'll let Mariah May win. If they do let her win, then that's just basically saying this whole Toni Storm thing really was just about Mariah May the whole time. And I mean, let's be honest, Mariah May pretty much was copying Toni Storm's gimmick and dressing just like her. But the match was cool. Again, Willow is good. Mariah May, she's kind of new to me, so I got to keep my eye on her. I'll be keeping my eye on her now and seeing exactly, I need a little bit more time with her to figure her out and see what she going to do. But Willow is doing great. Very athletic, very good, strong, good, just great all around. I don't know why people be hating on her all the time. It's ridiculous. Y'all need to get y'all priorities right and y'all facts check. Y'all don't even know how to judge women properly. Uh, but Mariah May won. She won. So yeah, I know that was just the only thing that bugged me a little bit. Cause again, it's like you don't really got experience like that. She did. She won last year, but then they let you be her. Now that's the part I didn't like, but I felt like they did that just so they could set up what happened afterwards. Cause it's like Mariah beating Willow now makes Mariah look like a threat. Now Mariah, it made her look better basically when she turned on yeah, that was the main event too, wasn't it? That was the main event, right? Because of what happened afterwards. Let's see, they not gonna show that. Is they gonna show that? No, they not gonna show it happen. All right, I didn't talk about Mercedes. Right, Swerve came out in the big old giant coat doing his thing. Definitely like what Swerve is doing. I think they should do more for him though, but I still like Swerve. I still think he's a good champion. I'm not gonna keep dissing him like most of these other people do. Mercedes segment was kind of rushed with DMD, but at least we got to see her and hear her talk. But it was kind of annoying. It ain't like we ain't never seen that before with Mercedes though. It was just a little annoying though to see y'all face to face and had such a great promo last week, but then this week she runs out the ring and runs away. That didn't really make sense. That didn't really make sense. But we know Sasha has done that before. She'll act real tough one moment, then some moments she'll run off, but then she'll try to get you back later. That's just what she do. And then you had the final moments with Mariah May and Toni Storm. Now I've been hearing in these YouTube streets, I've been hearing that people said that segment was cringe, and they said they didn't like it. I actually liked the Toni Storm segment. It was maybe slightly cringy because of the blood and because of the violence. That's why I think y'all think it's a little cringy, but I think it was actually good because, it was shocking. It definitely had the shock value, and I bet you a lot of people didn't see that coming. I know I didn't see it coming. I did not see Mariah May turning on Toni Storm. I did not see that coming at all, but she did. And not only did she turn on her, she beat the hell out of her, man. She beat Toni. I'm going to say it again. I ain't never seen Toni Storm get beat down that badly. And then what's so crazy about it is your best friend did it to you. Like, out of all people, it would be your best friend doing that to you like that. Like, she beat her up. Then she took the shoe and just beat the mess out of her with that shoe. That was a very dramatic, crazy finish to AEW. And it was good because it was dramatic. And then she was bleeding, the blood was going everywhere, and she just beating her with the shoe, holding her up like she ain't nothing. So at least they did a good job to make you want to look forward to this feud. I'm not gonna say, oh, it's the best in the world, like some people saying, like not yet, not yet. Well, let's see what they do in the next chapter, you know. But it was still worth watching. Definitely, and definitely did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. So let's see. I don't know because I'm starting to lean toward. Hey, have I not been saying this for a while now? For a while now, I've been saying Tony Storm gimmick is getting kind of old and boring. And now, what a crazy coincidence! You make a girl who was literally kind of copying her gimmick, whoop the hell out of her, like she finna be your new replacement. Hmm. We'll see. We'll see. I hope y'all enjoyed this little recap on AEW in general and Dynamite. I hope y'all enjoy this one. Please hit that like button, guys, and I will see y'all later. Peace.